We have an update from the NCAA about how the upcoming March Madness tournament will expand from 68 to 76 teams starting in 2027. There are also discussions about the college football playoff expanding from 12 teams to 24 over the next few years. What are your thoughts on these expansion ideas, and is the greed in college sports going to ruin the experience of the sport soon?
I'll start off. I don't like the expansion. I think that it's too early to even think about expansion because we just now got a lot of these products fairly recently within the last. That's why I'm specifically talking about college football playoffs over the last 5 years. Hasn't even really been 5-6 years since it debuted. And then when it comes to the NCAA March Madness tournament, it's like adding more teams for what? We all love the beginning of it for betting purposes, but by that after that first weekend, after the big major weekend, we're like, all right, let's get to the really nitty gritty blue chip programs. Obviously greed is a huge draw for this. The streaming wars, the TV rights I think eventually probably in the next 10, 15 years, network TV will not have the rights to sports. I think that will be the last of live TV experience is when network TV does not have access to the NFL, to the NBA, and Major League Baseball. I think that mostly it'll all be on YouTube, Peacock, Netflix, all that shit. And I think that'll be the death of live TV, but that's another conversation. But I just feel like this is unnecessary because we haven't seen the best version of these new policies just yet, or even with the traditional model. We just got back into college basketball. College basketball was dead for a little minute. Until the NIL has actually revolutionized everything because it's actually keeping players there and making players move around to the point where like, oh shit, the quarterback that was balling here is now going to be over here. So it's like, let's see what that's like. I feel like expanding this just makes it even more watered down. We're going to get to the point where it's like the NBA where it's like, we just trying to get to Christmas Day and or after All-Star weekend to where we really give a fuck about these teams. Again, I think it's just too early.
I think, or I'm wondering. I don't have a strong opinion one way or the other, but just listening to you talk, this idea popped in my head about how college sports has basically turned into a league of its own, and with players moving around from team to team, it could create more parity in the league. Therefore, expansion may not be as detrimental as we're forecasting it to be. So that could happen. I think the other thing, and one of the reasons why we're seeing this, in addition to all the streaming deal, is because they got to pay for these motherfuckers. And one way they got to do it is to have teams find different ways to make revenue. So if you go from 12 to 24, it's going to be watered down because we already know teams that's basically what the top 25. That's the whole.
Yeah, that's basically top 25.
That's everybody. Yeah, that may not be that bad. You may get some college upsets, even though
you're not getting no college upsets in the top 25. Like
you may.
You're gonna get down to the same part that we was at before, where it's down eventually, to the final six, final 12, final 6, or final 8. Like those are the ones that you really gonna see.
You're gonna get some upsets because they will manipulate the standards throughout the season, so they have people lower ranked than they're supposed to be, and just so it'll be an upset. Like they're gonna start doing it like a TV show. So I ain't mad that they put 24 teams in the college football playoffs. I think it should be what's the NFL 14, 7 and 7.
Yeah, it's 14 in total.
That's the great number for college football. When they start doing 24, I do think it starts to get ugly because what they're going to start doing is manipulating that top 25 ranking. And they'll manipulate it as to where some of the better teams will be close to the bottom, and we get those upset games in the first rounds that people flock to and think is great. That's the formula for college football. For the basketball part, when you say like they should stop because you already don't want to see the first 2 rounds. That shit already ain't appealing to us.
Shit.
In the sense that's the Cinderella shit. Lou, I care about that shit more than I do with the NCAA football.
For how long though? For that Thursday, that Friday, maybe.
Yeah, the first week. That's what I'm saying. The first weekend is like one of the best weekends until you get to the Elite Eight.
Y'all are saying that, but y'all don't want more teams, right?
No, I don't care.
Exactly.
No, but
so they doing this like there's going to be more upsets. There are going to be more Cinderellas, and we know that shit's not true.
Yes,
we're sports fans. We've been watching this shit for the last 25 years. All that shit y'all talking about as to where this lower team may get in and upset this higher team, it's not gonna happen in basketball. That's not the sport for that. So I'm against the expansion for that. Leave that shit at 64 teams. You can even cut out that first 4 shit. Whatever they do before the 64, cut all that shit out. Just give me 64 teams and we're good. For college football, though, I could go 17 now.
You only say that because you're a football fan.
Because it makes sense.
No, it don't.
It do because there's so many like different things that can happen in football, and even when they start manipulating the numbers in the standings, you're gonna get this team that's 24 that's going against one of the top teams, and they're going to beat them.
They're not, bro.
They are. We seen James Madison versus Michigan. We seen these upsets that happen every once in a while in college football, and it's going to happen in the playoff if they play the seeding right throughout the season, and they got the means to be able to do that. So I don't want it to go to 24. I will say that. Could it go to 16? Yes. Could it go to what the NFL does in theirs? Yes. I wouldn't mind seeing that. It needs to be more than whatever it is now. They need at least 2 more games.
You asking for more bullshit though. You ain't even asking for good teams. You just want to see more teams. Like Lou. I get what you're saying because they're selling you on a point that you said as sports fans we've been duped many times before. Oh, if we add this, it's gonna bring more competition, which means we can have more chaos and parity, and it don't. Because Bama, Ohio State, Texas, can't name them for me. What's the ones that are?
Hey, but Nick, what about them 7-10 matchups? What about them 8-9 matchups when you're like, I don't know, I gotta be at the bar or with my homies eating the wings and watching this game, drinking the beers. Like those are the matchups that are gonna be really good.
Hearing skeet baby in over the airways.
My thing is don't let Indiana win in fool you. Like that's what I'm saying is like that's not going to be a norm. That is an outlier, bro. That program hasn't ever done that.
Number one seed though.
I'm saying that's an outlier. That's not the norm. Like yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like every once in a while we'll have a program
upset though. They were number one seed. They were expected to win. I'm talking
about a program coming out of nowhere and doing accomplishing it. So I'm enveloping your idea to a bigger point of saying that it's not going to happen as frequently as you think. So the fact that they're doing this is clearly a money grab more than actually making the sport better, which is what you're arguing.
But it's the possibility of a 8-2 Florida team getting into the playoff and getting hot, or a Missouri team from the or a Texas A&M team, or any one of the Penn State team who ain't won it. It's the possibility of them getting an 8 seed and being able to put a run together. And now you're like, oh, this is interesting. This underdog is doing their thing now, and they got their stride at the end of the season. That's what a college football playoff expansion looks like. The basketball one ain't shit. But the football one, that one got there's a lot of leg room for that.
Lou, there's a possibility if you lived in the same city as Nia Long, you would probably meet her. That don't mean it's going to happen. So I'm just saying, like, you keep talking about possibilities, ifs, ands, and we ain't even drinking tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, bruh, I get what you're saying, but I also understand you're going to see way more shit games that you're not even going to care about. You're not even going to leave your house to go to a bar to watch these games until it gets to the 12th, 8th, and final, like that, as it always does. So when they said,
if I'm sitting in my house in that 7 versus 10 game is fire, Nick, I'm happy. Okay. And you are too. And
I'm not.
Likes football.
I'm not.
The football, the basketball one, I don't see.
Nick
happy because he moved for like 9 different
different reasons, Spike. That's why this man is happy, because of what happened this past weekend with his team, the New York Knicks. Okay, well, yeah.
It's just the main team.
One of his teams.
And when it comes to NBA, I only root for the
Yeah, one of
Knicks.
his teams. Yeah, sure. You do.
So